This next question comes from Michael, and Michael says, how do you know who to hire next? Background is, I'm looking to hire either a service manager or a salesperson. We've taken big hits this year. I need both positions, but I need more sales to keep a service manager busy. Where can I find a salesperson and make sure they are a good fit for my team and my needs? Could it be possible to find a person that could do both positions until they fill the service position? His company is an air conditioning refrigeration company. Okay, great question, Michael, and you're going to learn a lot about that when you come to the leadership event in November. It really depends on what you do. So when I'm going to hire somebody for my company, especially in the beginning stages, I want to know what part that I am indispensable. Like it would be very, very challenging and difficult to bring somebody in to do what I do. Now, I understand that as a small business owner, I might wear many hats and do a lot of things, but there's always one or two things that are mission critical to the business. It might be doing the installations. It might be doing the service work. It might be, something like that. Being able to talk the restaurant lingo in order to get them to do business with us. I'm not sure, but there's probably some really secret sauce that you possess that it would be easier for you to do that because it'd be harder to find that person. And then you bring somebody else in on the other side. So if you are a great salesperson, a hunter that wants to get out there and talk to restaurants, then you might want to do that and bring in a service person to actually do the service work. Now, in my last company, I was a great salesperson, but the service that I provided and the product and service I provided was very it was very complex, and it would have been very difficult in the beginning for me until I had an office and all this stuff to do it from my home. It would have been hard to bring in a technician. So I hired a salesperson first, and I found them on Career Builder. Today you can find them on Indeed, ZipRecruiter, and Sales Gravy. Sales Gravy is a great place to find salespeople. And I hired this person. I put him on and this was a long time ago. It's harder today to do this, but I put him on a commission-only incentive compensation program. And we both did sales. And when it got just too much for me to handle all of the sales coming in for doing all of the installations and the service work, I had to stop me doing sales because I had to focus on doing the installations and configurations for the computers. But he would then still be out there selling, which would keep driving revenue. And that was most important. I always feel that sales drives manufacturing. So in any business, sales drives everything. Profitable sales. In your situation, if you're not quite the hunter, I would probably look to hire a salesperson first if you know how to do the installations and the service work. Even if it's something you don't enjoy, but you know how to do it, I would bring in a salesperson and start bringing in the business until you just are working 60, 80, 100 hours a week doing your service work, and then bring in a service person so that you know that when you bring in the service person, you've got plenty of work for them. One of the most challenging things in the beginning when it comes to hiring service and administrative people is, as a small business owner, we want someone to take the load off of us, but at the end of the day, we really don't have enough for a full-time position. So my role in my companies is I want to get the administrative work to be so full so that when I hire somebody, they are busy full-time. Today, I've got a virtual assistant down in the Philippines, and I have her full-time from 8 to 5 every single day, Monday through Friday. And I'll bet she only works about 2 hours a day. But I don't mind doing that because having all the work that she does do off my plate is worth it for me. And that's the benefit of the virtual assistant type thing, is it's not very expensive. If I was going to hire that person full-time in the United States, it might be a $45,000 position, and they'd only be working 2 hours a day, and I'd be like, I can't afford that. But I only pay $1,500 a month for the virtual assistant, and that's worth it to me. And I know that she's going to be trained to handle it as it gets busier. So that's what I would recommend in most situations. Hire salespeople first, and you do all the technical and the service work until you are busting at the seams. And then but you always keep your ear out. You always be recruiting, looking for those technicians so that when you're ready, you've got the relationship built, you know who you want, and then you can offer them a good contract and a good salary. Okay? I hope that helps, man.